Good evening, everyone. This is Santero Balogum coming with another video. I wanted to come with a video this evening to talk about High John the Conqueror root and to do a working for a client that has allowed me to show this of a candle that I'm preparing. And so I'm going to start off with some High John the Conqueror oil that I have. And before I open it, let me show you the conqueror root actually in the oil that I have made. This is probably about 3 years old. And so I want to go ahead and open this and start with my cauldron. You know, I've done cauldron videos before, but I want to start with my base. And so as a result, I want to put the oil in the cauldron to start building the energy that I'm going to need for this working. So I just want to go ahead and move this around and get the cauldron saturated with the High John the Conqueror root oil so that it is the base of the foundation of what I need to make sure that I have everything starting. I'm infusing my energy and I'm going to add some ginger. So I have some ground up ginger powder that I have, and I'm going to put it in my hand and not just pour in the cauldron so that I'm ensuring that I'm not adding too much and just sprinkling that in so that its energy, that fiery essence on top of the High John the Conqueror root will be what I need to infuse this and make it fiery and give me what I need for success here. Here I have some high finger grass, or shall I say 5-finger grass. And 5-finger grass is just going to be added for the success of what I'm doing. Just add this 5-finger grass, and so that I can include success to what I'm doing for this client. And again, this is 5-finger grass. And basically now I'm going to be adding a little of some High John the Conqueror root, the actual pieces of root that I need for the commanding, the conquering, the overpowering, the domination of what it is that's needed for this client. And just so you know, High John the Conqueror root, I love using this because it is a very, very powerful root that can be used in almost any situation. And so I'm breaking it up because one little root can give you many different pieces. You don't need to have a lot of the root in, but basically I'm going to take it and I'm going to rub the cauldron. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want the cauldron to be infused with the essence of the herbs, the essence of the oil, the essence of the root, so that it channels, holds the vibration of what it is each one of these are used for. Here's the client's petition. And so I'm going to put the petition in the cauldron so that it can lay on top of the oils. It can lay on top of the essence of the herbs that's vibrating inside the cauldron. So as we know that when we cook and we're making a soup or something, we know that we have vibration from that's boiling. It's actually doing that right now. And what I'm just showing you now is my conqueror root. It is not a root that I'm going to use to put in this working, but it is going to be added because it's mine, my power. So I'm going to be just putting some holes in this candle so that I can infuse the wax with the magic that I've built up already, mixing up the herbs, the oil, and the roots. This way, I'm able to infuse the oil so that as the candle burns, that it's infused will allow it to have what it needs. Taking just a little bit more of the oil, the High John the Conqueror root oil, to add, and it is my intention to put this oil in each one of these holes. See the 3 holes there? To put it in each one of the holes so that that part of the wax can just go all the way down to the bottom. And as it boils, as it burns, as it's infusing out into the atmosphere, that conqueror spirit, that energy of the High John the Conqueror root is going to give this wax what it needs. And so I'm taking pieces of the conqueror root and I'm adding each one to the whole, so that way the actual root is infused in that wax, infused in this request for this client. Taking a little bit more of what I mixed together, infusing that in. So this way, as the wax burns down, we can make sure we have what we need. Now here I'm taking the conqueror root candle and I'm blessing it. I'm putting my energy, my ache on it, and I'm praying over it so that I can make sure that it is infused. The wax is infused with my energy as the practitioner. The wax is infused with my prayer, my request on behalf of the client. The candle is charged. So now it's not just a candle that was bought out of the store that someone put some oil on. It's charged. It's ready. It's fixed. And so now I'm going to sit that directly on top of the candle, the paper in the cauldron, the request of the client, so that I can infuse it. Now I'm praying to my spirit guide, Balogum, who is the owner of the cauldron, that the energy of the cauldron vibrates to add to what I've done to this candle, so that the candle is even more infused, so that it is giving this client what they need. And I also want to say, High John the Conqueror root, it can be used for anything, but it is especially good of mastering oneself. If you're trying to overcome obstacles in your life of self, if you doubt yourself, if you self-loathe, if you have problems with the way you think you look, if you have problems with getting over addiction, if you have problems with anything it could be, this is what you should do to try to remedy this, using High John the Conqueror to conquer those things in your life that seems to be obstacles. We oftentimes think about the things that's external, that job, that boss, that person, that love. But what things do we need in our character that we're trying to overcome? What things do we need so that we can be the best humans on the planet? Get to the next level. If you're trying to overcome lying, if you're trying to overcome theft, if you're trying to overcome things of your past that you're trying to grow from, but they seem hard, this is a working you can do. Write your petition and write it down and do everything I've done here. And then periodically, as each day goes, you light the candle and come back, say, touch the cauldron. If you don't have a cauldron, just do the candle working and touch the candle and say, I need the overcoming power of High John the Conqueror root to help me to stop self-loathing, to help me to stop looking down on myself and to look to better things in my life. Many things we do, as I said, we want for external reasons, but oftentimes there are things that we need to do and can do to become better as individuals, better to overcome what we need to learn for new jobs, what we need to learn in school, overcoming gangs, overcoming those situations for our children, overcoming things in our neighborhoods. High John the Conqueror can help you in these areas to make your life even more better. High John the Conqueror candle, a working that I've done for a client. Ache.